ready to go. Went ahead and cleared out the farm. Got as much money as we could from the stuff that we're buying from that. It looks like we can get 8 living glass to fit on this base, and it'll grow every half an hour. Roughly about 5 million and change every half an hour just building in the back of my freighter. And I can sell that right here in any system that I'm at for that amount. Back here in storage, as we discussed before, every single one of these storage containers has 50 warp cells. 10 containers, you're looking at 500 warps just in storage. Nothing new as far as the ships that I'm keeping, but if I needed to add a couple slots where I needed to hold on to some extra warp cells, I could definitely put them in my extra ships, including the main workhorse back there. 46 slot Class A hauler. Holds plenty. But currently, as far as the amount of warp cells that I'm currently holding, in my cargo suit, 125 warps. On my freighter, 34 slots at 10 a pop. 300, and yeah, if we're filling out with the extra 5 already in, ready to go, we're jumping at 2,600 light years every jump, and close to 1,000 warp cells on already collected. And as we go, we can potentially buy more materials for warp cells as we go from every system we jump into. But as of right now, I have more than enough to get me a decent way around the entire galaxy. Based on the math, right now, let's go to the warp map. Here we are, all the way out, 1.15 million light years away from the center. We're finally, after hanging out in this direction, as you can see, all the way out near the edge of the galaxy. No stars out here, barely anything. You know, we can clearly see there's other areas that are now registering as a little bit further out than we currently started. I don't know. So, I mean, last time when I was checking out this way, none of these stars registered. I don't know if the map itself shifts or a new algorithm goes into place where it just happens to, you know, catch some of these spots that are a little bit further out. But I found spots that are this far out, and that I've found spots that are even closer to the center and still considered the edge. So I don't know exactly what the shape of this galaxy actually is. We're assuming it's round. We're hoping it is. But yeah, you can clearly see there's tons of stuff above us, below us. And hell, I don't know how far out and around this actually goes. But we can only hope that it's actually round. And you can see on the top left of the map, it'll actually give you an idea of how high up or how low down, as far as the coordinates are, where you are on the outside of the galaxy. There's a little dot on the outside that just keeps rising and rising and rising. So, again, you'd figure if this was perfectly round, you figure by now we'd start kind of like going up and over the galaxy. But as far as how tall it is, we still don't know. I mean, that would be cool if this was completely round. I just have doubts. Because I'm going straight up. And I'm almost half the way up as high as I can go, and I'm still getting registers for stars. So again, with the whole idea of it being not perfectly round and going straight up, I'm guessing the shape of this place is not a perfect circle or a sphere or a spiral all the way around. So, I mean, whatever. It's just the math, but I don't know if anybody ever figured out that this would be the outside of the galaxy that they created. But either way, we're still making the trip around. And yes, if I wanted to, like you see, you can travel throughout the map and still find all of these registered stars and keep checking in on different spots just to see how far away it is. Like here's the next spot. We can take a look. You can see if I stay right about here, I know that this is 2,300 miles away, and that on the galaxy map, I'm now 1.156 as opposed to the 1.157. So, I mean, it looks like maybe we're going a little bit further in as we travel around. And yes, it's very possible, but basically I'm going to be recording every stop that I go to, and I'm actually traveling there. So we could also make claims for the Outer Rim Empire, just to see how many systems it can take to get all the way around the outside of this thing. Now, we estimated I can probably travel with my warp cells 2.6 million. I mean, if I maximize how far I'm traveling each time, let's just say if I have 1,000 warps at 2,600 light years a jump, we're looking at 2.6 million light years in travel, roughly. Now, that's enough to get to the center, and then past the center, and still have like a good couple 400,000 light years extra to travel. So if I felt like it, I could travel from end to end right now across the entire galaxy with what I currently have on me. Yeah, it'll take a while. But at least the direction will be clear. I just have to keep going toward the center and then away from it like I did to get out here. And yeah, I could make that trip. I don't want to. I want to go around the outside. And based on math, you're looking that distance, 2.2 or 2.3 million light years across. You got to multiply that by pi, 3.14, whatever, how many digits. I mean, you're looking at over 7 million light years worth of travel. So, yeah, I'm going to need to refill my warp cells as I go. I may just travel a set amount as far as degrees around the outside before I stop and try to resupply what I've used, because I don't want to waste the time constantly going to another terminal, buying more, creating more warp cells, storing them, and then traveling. I'm trying to spend as much time doing one thing as opposed to doing all things. Because as I travel, I am going to need to resupply. But as I travel, I'm trying to record the distances that I am to certain, to the center and how far I've actually traveled. Again, it's going to be using math that I haven't used in 15, 16 years since high school. But fortunately, I was able to search on the internet, and I found on it's a place called calculator.net. You can actually calculate for triangles, which is basically it's a triangulation with coordinates and stuff like that. So when we start here at the prime meridian, which I'm calling 0 degrees, if the distance to the center for the prime meridian is, let's see, bring it up on here, up at the top, galactic core. And yeah, it's a little zigzag way to get to it, but that's just the way it creates the coordinates. But the actual distance, it says right there, up on the top, 1.157565. And that's going to be the distance that I'm currently at. Now, when I travel to a new spot, that distance may change. However, slightly, it'll still be a distance that I'll have to actually figure out. and currently that's at 0 degrees. Now, by the way, I am keeping track of this on a spreadsheet on my computer just because I don't feel like writing down, oh, I don't know, a couple thousand things of data for on paper. But essentially, the way that I'm now calculating this, as if I know the distance between all the points that I'm going to, you're looking at the distance right now from where I'm at, my current system, to the center. It's a huge amount. Now, when I travel, trying to stay as close to the edge as possible, finding any local systems that'll pop up, I want to travel the maximum amount of distance I can. Yeah, see, now we got a whole nother band of stars out here, but they are not registering. This appears to be the best area to do it. It's slightly near the edge. Yeah, there's 28, 28. Nothing really out here. 27. 2610. See now, yeah. Yeah, 2622 is just out of range. 2630. 2616. So yeah, right just a little above 26 is our sweet spot as far as trying to find distances that we can go to. So, let's get back to the math on this. The distance from the center, from my starting point. Now I'm going to have a new starting point every time I jump. But right now, this starting point that I'm going to, or that I'm at, is 1.157565, whatever. That's the distance away from the center. It's going to be 2616 to get to this particular new system that we're jumping to. And then we're also going to find out what the distance to this new system is going to be. It's taking a little while to get in there. And I am actually, just because I feel like doing it, I'm actually writing down the original name for the system that we're going to, and eventually we'll rename these systems as we go. But yeah. So now that we're actually at the new system, we'll go in, we'll take a look at the top, and this new system is 1.155892 light years away. It's actually a little bit closer to the center, so fine, maybe we're going in little bit by little bit. But now here's what's up. We're going to go to the calculator that we have, because now that we know the distances between every single location, we can actually triangulate the angle at which we traveled, or at least going around from the center. So let's see. We are looking at, actually just adjusting a couple things on my computer real quick. Let's see. All right, the first distance that we're looking at was the starting spot. So we're looking at 1157565 as far as the distance. And then on the other end, we're looking at 1155892. Okay, so those are the distances of the 2 points that we're looking at. Now, the distance between them is 2616. On calculator.net, on the triangle calculator, if I enter in the distances, based on that, by math, sine and cosine and all the other fun things that you used to be able to do in a scientific calculator, hey, the internet can just do it real quick for you and actually display it in some kind of a visual way. And if I calculate those distances, I can find out, whoa, tell me this shit is not... Oh, I think I missed a digit somewhere. Hold on 1 second. Yes, I did. let's see. The original spot was... Okay, yeah, it will not... If the distance doesn't make sense, it actually comes back with an error on this website, which it should, because the math will not be exactly what it's supposed to be. 1157565. There we go. Now let's calculate. What am I missing? Oh, I added an extra 1. Alright, so yeah, when you get the numbers actually properly down, it'll give you the distance. And right now... oh, fuck, this is going to take a while. So, the actual angle, as far as degrees all the way around the outside of this galaxy, based on the numbers that I have here, I traveled 0.0996 degrees around the outside of this galaxy. I'm going to have to jump 100 times to get 1 degree around the outside. Shit. This is going to take a while. But essentially, that's what we're going to be doing. And as we go, we're claiming all of these systems as we go around the outside of the galaxy. Yeah, they're little specks of dust in the middle of nowhere, out way far away than anybody else has traveled. But they're mine. So, that's going to be the plan. I'm just going to double check the math on this because that is an insane freaking number. Yeah, 1155892. And then the distance that I had was 1157565. Yeah. This is going to be at 0.01 degrees around the outside every... Or no, actually, no. I'm wrong on that number. It's 0.1 degree. Yeah, 0.09 rounded. Yeah, if I was going to round this up, which I'm not going to, I'm going to try and keep as much of an accurate number as I can. Jeez, I can't do math. I need coffee. It's early in the morning. Which, by the way, actually, right now it's October 9th, 2017. Happens to be Columbus Day. Kind of ironic for the fact that I'm actually starting the journey going around the outside of the the galaxy. So, but yeah, my math is literally a decimal place off, and I'm freaking out about the distance on this. Yeah, one particular jump is going to be 0.1 degrees around the outside. So if I make 10 jumps, that's 1 degree. There we go. All right, so that's not so bad. If I can make 100 jumps and make it 10 degrees around the outside of the galaxy, that's not so fucking bad. Excuse my language, but that's not too bad. So, yeah, I'm a little less discouraged considering how that just went. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and keep going. Now that I've got that recorded, I've got the total distance traveled. I've got everything together here. Yeah. Let's see what we can do to get to the next spot. Let's see. We're going out. None of these are registering. Go back a little bit further in. Here we go. Starting to register a few systems out this way now. Here we go. And the other thing that I am trying to keep track of as we go, oh. Apologize, what I'm trying to find as far off as I can go. This looks like the best one to go. But the one thing I am trying to make sure is that I am staying fairly level with the outside of what is considered the center of the galaxy. like we showed when we were going up and down, the dots basically just or that center dot, it'll actually give you a height showing as far as how high up you are compared to where the actual center of the galaxy is. So I'm trying to stay dead center to that. I don't want to go a little above, a little below. I just want to try and stay as close to the outside of the center as possible as we go around doing this. So we're going to go ahead and just keep doing this. And this is going to take me a while, but I'll keep everybody updated. I think I'll try and check in at every 10 or 20 degrees, because that's, again, it's going to be 200 jumps. I'm trying to keep track of how far I go as we go. And if I do streams where I'm coming close to that particular degree, what I will do, I will stop in and try and find the portals to each 10 degrees that I'm out. So at least that way people can come out to certain areas and just, hey, go exploring, claim some systems, do what you got to do. But yeah, that's about it right now for me. I think I'm going to end it right here just with the update. Because me keeping track of this and talking and doing the warps and doing the math, I'm just going to sit here and ramble. And I don't think anybody wants to hear that at all. So I'm done. I'm going to keep going, and I'll keep you guys updated. Have a good one.